Okay, bring the feet together, nice and relaxed. Feeling very balanced on top of your feet. Feel the weight, where the weight is distributed in your feet, whether it's the heels or to the toes. You just sway your body a bit, perhaps. Be aware of how you're holding your pelvis, how you're holding your hips, whether they're being pushed forwards or pulled back. And just have a play, maybe, with just hips forwards, hips back. And then try and get that tailbone pointing towards the ground, towards the floor. And now feeling more openness in small of the back. And feeling the space between the hip, the cradle of the hip, and the beginnings of the rib cage. This is a very creative space. Needs to be open. Feel the air and the oxygen and the blood circulating freely and easily in that place, in that space. Okay, so bringing the weight over to one side, empty foot can be stepped, hip width apart, and then bring the weight very slowly across to center. So let's start with bringing it all the way over, and then bringing the weight to the heel and then to the toe, heel and toe. And just feel that difference. Feel it almost like that paddy paw feel in the feet. Hopefully you've got your feet free of any restricting shoes. So you can feel that, feel more intimately what is going on between the connection with your foot and the floor. And the weight at the top of the body, how it flows down through your hip, knee, ankle into the floor. Okay, we're going to bring from the toe over to the toe on this side, and then dropping back to the heel and coming to the toe again. So try and concentrate on the movement in that hip area. So the front of the body stays facing the screen, and it's the hip that's moving. I'm usually a lot wider set when I'm doing this, so that I can get a deeper exercise going on in the hips. So this is very relaxed, very small movement. It's a lot gentler and more questing, I guess, for want of another description. So we're just going backwards and forwards from heel to toe. The slight weight change as well, but it should be mostly in hip. Yeah, this is interesting. When you take it to a much more microscopic size, then what you might find is you're actually just tipping your body weight, top body weight forwards and backwards. And we're going to try and take that out of the equation, make it the hip that's moving, not the body that's sending the balance forwards or backwards. Bring it right down into the hip. You might find your knees aching a little bit. I am here today. But the knee is in vertical. There's no twist or anything going on with the knee. It's just this muscle here and the muscles within that thigh area that's going. Getting very intense about this movement, aren't I? All right, bring the toe over to the toe, and let's just do a nice little circle. When we get into circling, I for one at least don't send the body weight forwards to simulate the movement in the hips. I'm much more able to focus on what that movement in the hips is. So maybe it's the same for you too. Okay, and back the other way. Of course, stirring your coffee or your nice warm drink. Just relaxing, arms down by the side. And shoulders relaxed. And just feeling that circling, almost like a meditation, with spiraling action in your feet. Lovely. And bring to stillness. Okay. So you're gonna, I should give that a bit of a shake. I certainly felt that in my thighs. Hopefully you will feel it in those thigh muscles, because you're asking them to do something very specific that they probably, you've been finding workarounds for most of your life. Okay, feet hip width apart. We're going to go for some shoulder work now. So bring the shoulders up the front, over the top and down the back, sinking the whole body down. So breathing up. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. And remember the fluids in that shoulder area, the fact that there's a lot of space. So we don't need to scrunch or over squeeze anything. And bring to stillness and back the other way. This is lovely. It's a little bit over the top. Oh, didn't breathe in then. I'll be quiet. One more. Lovely. And give that nice shake. All the way through, nice shake. Okay. We're going to have feet wider apart, and we're going to sink down through those hips with the tailbone pointing down towards the floor. And we're just going to move the sternum slightly. Remember, it's all in the hip movement, so it's not the. Sorry, what am I talking about? It's a slight waist movement coming up through the body. There's a little bit of a movement perhaps in the hips too, but the knees, there's no twist on the knees. Breathe nice and steadily. Allow the hands to connect with the ribs back and forward. And also find a circling in those arms as you come forwards and back from the shoulder height, from the shoulder. And just when you're doing this, it's as calming, hitting some vital acupuncture points, releasing blockages. Breathe nice and slow and easy. Keeping those shoulders down. I'm going to try a little bit of a twist. So bring the weight over. We're going to then twist the foot. I'm going to bring that back slightly so it's easier. And then we're going to come down as the arms come forwards. Bring the weight across. And then turn the other foot. Bring that in again. Move it slowly to begin with. And then allow that flow to begin to get more relaxed. But again, if this is too much for the knees, just continue with what we were doing previous. I think this is a Qigong move. I've never seen Chen do this. It's very good for the heels, I think. My heels are making such a noise. I'll do this. Okay, and we're going to slow that down and slow the motion down and go back to normal, and then slow that down too. Beautiful. And this is definitely Chen bringing the feet in. I haven't done that for a while. And relax. Hopefully all nice and invigorated. Okay, bringing the feet out, we're going to do a bit of silk reeling. So bringing the hands up and across. Opening up through the shoulder and back. See whether you can sense the movement in the arms. Sense a more, almost like they're being taken along with the current. There's a movement in there somewhere that feels very natural, very light, very relaxed, that you could do, that is very replenished by energies. So you could continue to do it for a while. Connecting with the dantian. Okay, change sides. I think I heard an Australian twang then. I've been listening to Australian dialect. And to the dantian, release upwards. Back down to the dantian. I just talked through the energy that you should be feeling. The energy goes shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingers, well, palm. Turning over, comes back to the elbow, into the side of the waist, back to dantian, storehouse, and then up the back, the shoulder, elbow, and keeping the hips nice and relaxed and open. Definitely hear an Australian sound to my voice. Okay, both hands. Cloud arms. Let's take it for a walk. So we're going to come in, change the weight, empty leg, change the weight, empty leg, change the weight, just the weight, the weight only, no feet, back with the foot, and empty foot. Nice and slowly. Feel where your weight is, don't rush the movement. Weight, just change the weight only. And last one. Okay, now I would like you to start stepping forwards. Feel the arms slightly going back and forwards, slight difference. I'm going to change arms totally now, if we can. We can't, so we won't bother. We will. We will bring the weight back. Comes to the leg. Change the weight. Draw the leg in. Change the weight. Lovely. And feet side by side, and let's change back to cloud arms, so breathing. And last one, and bring it together. Shake out the shoulders. Some tension in there, maybe. Brilliant. Okay. No idea. I have no idea. We'll just keep going. That's terrible, isn't it? Right, let's do a little bit of the form. So I'll bring myself around. And obviously, we're back to you. Okay. Bring feet, weight across. And ready, bringing the attention down to Dantian. Emptying the mind. And begin. A nice openness through the shoulders. But do 10 pounds mortar. One hand up, one hand down. And bring the wrists together. And sit down, teapot. Hands come down to the ear. Ready to push mountain to the diagonal. Push across the wrists. The bird's beak. Open up single whip. Hands to the open palm. And change direction. Step. And ready, go to attendant pounds mortar. Drop. One hand up, one hand down. Step back, cross the wrists. Draw back, white crane. In a nice relaxed pose. Through the arms, feeling. Stand there for a moment. Feel a wideness in the arms. Feel that you're taking up space. And relax. Cool. We'll do that again. Yes. And prepare. And begin. Step. Bird of tendon pounds mortar. One hand up, one hand down. Circle them round. Bring the wrists back together. Teapot. And push mountain. Cross wrists. Bird's beak. Single whip. And sit down. And again, feel that openness through the top of the frame. Feel it mirrored through the hips. Nice and relaxed in the hips. Bring the weight, bring the hands across. Release the bird's beak. And change direction. Drop. And hand up, one hand down. Stepping back, cross the wrists. Draw back. bring the foot in, and white crane. I'll come forward so you can see what I'm doing. A nice openness through those arms, sort of like an S on its side. And relax. And you should feel the energy going all the way through to the fingers. Okay. So I was just practicing this before we before we started the session today. So yeah, I did first thing this morning. So it might be a good one to do. So I'm just going to shake those legs out a bit. I was like, that's so good. Okay. And I remember to do it all the way from the hip. And if it feels a little dodgy, hold on to something whilst you're doing it. Okay, so we're gonna rub the hands. We rub the hands, feeling the fingers going lacing between each other. So like you're massaging the pads right next to the base of the fingers, the phalanges. And then one hand on top of the other. We know this from having to have been demonstrated how to properly wash your hands. And on the other side, very nice. Okay, just a nice little rub again. And we're going to bring the hand, slide it in to the crook of the, I'll come myself a little bit closer. So we're sliding the hand into the crook and back out. Just along, be nice and gentle. And then we're going to change sides. So into the crook. Then you might want to squeeze, just go for whatever feels good, but I'm quite loose here. But you could do a little massage to the back of the thumb base as well. And then shake those hands. And then we'll do some shoulder rubbing and bring that energy off the end of the fingers, off the end of the hands. And on the other side. Bracelet gets in the way a bit there. Just give that a shake. And give your hands a proper shake. An up and down shake. So I'll do it a little slower. Actually, you could do a wafty sort of shake if you like, if it feels comfortable. Waft. And sideways, like, oh yeah. And then we want to do the circle. Your nice circle. Oh God, that's so good, isn't it? I mean, it's a little bit painful in a way because it's not what we're normally doing with the wrists, but in another way, it's so sort of loosens up the sinews in the forearms and back the other way. It wouldn't be anywhere near as troublesome if we were Italian, I'm sure, as they like to do lots of hand gestures. We're very restrained, so it's quite good. I think we should be doing this every morning just to get that. Right. Okay. Where have I? I've lost the plot, haven't I now? Right. Trying to remember what I want to do next. The dog is busy staring at me, it doesn't help. And we'll just do some nice lifting up from toes, from the heels. So we're going to breathe in, lift the heels up off the floor. And back down again. It's just calming and centering. I find myself very much calmer and more centered when I'm doing this. Nice, feel that long stretch through the shoulders as they relax. Do one more round. Trying to feel equal size, equal movements in the hands, using the peripheral vision. Lovely. Very good. Okay. We will just do a little bit of the ankle. So hands on the hips. And bring all the weight on one side. Heel off the floor. Oh, let's do that with a hand. Helpful with the hand. Place it back down again. I don't know. Somehow it feels much more relaxed and fluid when I use a hand. Help hand. Okay. I'm going to change sides and do the same with the other side. So weight is on here. Empty leg. Pull it off the ground, the heel off the ground. And back again. Feel the top of the body nice and relaxed. Releasing any tension in the back of the neck. And the shoulders. I have to keep saying that. I use too much IT. It's like, oh, relax. Okay, we're going to change sides now. I'm going to take the foot off the floor and back down again. Waft it off the floor, place it back down. See the lower part of the leg is totally relaxed. Touch the knee. It's like, why use, change sides? Why use extra muscles when you don't need them? Efficiency in movement. Okay, we're going to do white crane. Rooster stands on one leg. Yeah. So coming back over to this side, we're going to pull that leg right the way up, if you can. Nice long balance, easy balance. Those arms like they were with the white crane, and then place the leg back down. Change sides. And all the weight on this side again. And we're going to pull the leg off the floor. Too much talking, no action. Off the floor, get a nice stretch. And turn the hand forwards and release. Okay, so go back to the other side. We're going to pull it off the floor. Hand goes up to the ceiling, knee goes as high as is comfortable. Turn the hand, so you've got a chop hand, and then release slowly. Just held it then. And then we do the chop side again, so bringing the hand up, over the top, and turn the hand and release. Woo, cool, and relax. So, I'm going to bring those hands together. Yeah, that's nice. Actually, we're going to bring the weight over to this side, and we're just going to empty leg. It's going to turn some circles on the floor, releasing and relaxing that hip movement. And back the other way. My goodness, I suddenly feel very warm. Let's add some chi flow then. Change sides. Exactly the same. And back the other way. Beautiful. And relax. And we'll bring the hands over the dantian. Remember to keep the softness in the hips, knees and ankles. Top of the body nice and relaxed and open. Shoulders relaxed, elbows relaxed. Feeling like you could get some tennis balls underneath the armpits. Nice, and wrists in neutral, in line with body. And then feel the warmth of the palms, that softness of holding as they are placed on the dantian. Closing eyes, feeling sensations in the body, sensations of air on your skin. Nice deep breaths into the lower back. We're going to move those hands around the dantian nice and slowly. Feel the body lift and drop. Bring to stillness after 3, and then 3 in the opposite direction. And bring to stillness. Take a moment. Feel the stillness in your body. Connection with the floor. Your weight or roots sinking into the earth. Top half of the body lifting up like the tree branches. Nice big in breath, open the eyes, allow the hands to come down to the sides, and breathing in. And feel the energy flowing down through the body, into the floor, through those roots you've just noticed, you've just connected with. And one more. Lovely, bring the weight across, empty leg, bring it in. Ready for the salute. Heart center, feel the warmth penetrating from the heart center into the palms of your hands. And salute. And relax. Thank you.